you can't use cannabis in you know, outside your house and in public. It has to be in a private place. I used to live in a private area. That's when I used to smoke in my car as well, because it was a private road and it had permission from the landlord. So, but when you're in public, you can't do that unless you want to be paranoid. All paranoid. Oh, here comes the cops, hide everything. You know, nobody. That's the one thing I don't like about cannabis is if you're doing it outdoors, you always have to worry about somebody who might be offended or a cop who might be passing by. But if you have, like I said, if you have, that's where location is important. So if you have a good spot, heck, if you have a backyard, shit, that's the perfect spot. And nobody's gonna tell you can't. It's legal. But remember what I said, what I've been saying for the past 35 minutes to 45 minutes. Make sure it's organic. The turkeys are over there. No deer yet. I haven't seen a deer yet. But anyway, like I said, location and the type of cannabis you're using is important. This is where a lot of people go wrong. They're in the wrong location and they're using the wrong cannabis, and that's where paranoia comes. So how to avoid paranoia? Having the right cannabis and the right location, the right dosage. You increase the dosage as time goes by. It's just like everything. With alcohol, same thing. You don't want to obviously start with a tequila bottle if you've never had you know, any alcohol. You don't want to drink, you know, a big amounts of liquor or tequila. You want to start off with maybe one sip of a light beer. But anyway, we're not talking about alcohol in this video. It's all about cannabis, medicinal cannabis. And my mom was there. I was saying, there's my favorite tree in the park. It's the biggest, tallest bay laurel. One of the tallest bay laurels that still exists. You know, the logging industry took most of the OGs, I like to say. A lot of people don't know this history or like to ignore it, one of the two. But anyway, I digress. It's not about OG trees right now, old growth trees or alcohol. It's about cannabis, medicinal cannabis, and the final run of the year 25. I chose this topic because it's been 3 years and I recently started using cannabis products again. But like I was saying, or trying to say, so after that little paranoia thing, and we already know what causes paranoia, I went with sativas, with the Maui Wowie. I would just take one hit every day, one hit every night or evening, let's say after work. One hit, until I finally built up tolerance. I think it must have been like 2 weeks. I can't remember. I built up tolerance, and I smoked the heavy hitting indica again. And then after I was confident again. I was confident that I had more control over my self-awareness, whatever it was, whatever you want to call it. I picked up another strain, and I can't remember. I threw away. I think I threw away the I didn't finish the Maui Wowie or the Mavere's Revenge because I messed up. I grounded everything. Like I said, you're not supposed to grind the weed. You're only supposed to grind the little bit you're gonna choke. So I threw that away. I learned it from my mistakes. And after I built up a little bit of tolerance, what was it? I can't remember what strain I picked up. But I messed around with different strains. And then finally, until I became more of a connoisseur. And I was really picky now. I knew exactly what I wanted. and I didn't want to hear anything else from anyone else. You know, oh, get this from this company. He's going, nope, I know what I want, and I ain't gonna change it. And I wanted Emerald Triangle cannabis, organically grown outdoors, preferably. Of course, sometimes I would have to, towards the end, I started my favorite company was low stock, so I kind of ventured to indoor, organic indoor from up north. It's a Humboldt County company. They make me good weed too. It's indoor, but they advertise it as organic. Looks pretty good. It's kind of pricier though. I don't like the pricing. I prefer Henry's Original because they symbolize everything I like, and even the pricing is cheap. But I noticed that their pricing had gone up as well towards the end. Anyway, so I was using cannabis every day. Eventually I was using 1 gram per day, and that became very expensive. 1 gram a day, that's if you know about weed, that's 1/8 and 3 to 4 days. 1/8, then you know what is a quarter, then a half, and I was smoking 1 ounce a month, basically, because 1 gram a day, there's 28 grams in 1 ounce. So my tolerance had gone up high from 1 hit, not being able to take 1 hit, to doing an ounce in a month or less. And that's a lot of money. A lot of money being used. So that's where people who reach that level start to grow it, because it's cheaper. But then growing, you gotta have a place. You have to spend money on water and stuff like that. So it's not easy. So that's what I'm saying. Anyway, now June 30th, fast forwarded to June 30th. That's the day I last had a water bong sesh, as I used to call them. And then about 2 weeks ago, I stopped toking on June 30th, right? So then July 30th came, and that's when I had to move out from where I was living for 4 years. So I put all my stuff in the storage, and I became a Airbnb lodger on July 30th. So now August, September, October, November, come December, I'm still living in the Airbnb, and I picked up cannabis again. So 3 years. So all of that was 3 years span. And now I'm using edibles. And all my bills have gone up. I don't know what's going on with the inflation, but when I picked up cannabis, it was 2022. It was a lot of fun. You know, my rent was lower, a lot lower. My rent has gone up almost 100% in that short period of time, along with my other bills. I don't know what's going on with the world, but what I think the world needs is you need to have less stress. And the powers that be, they're creating the stress, right? They are putting stuff in the air, also known as chemtrails, in our food supply, also known as Monsanto, Big Pharma, you know, the frequencies, you know, all the noise from 5G towers, radio station, whatever the case is. It's not a perfect world, as you already know. So that's why it's important that you take care of yourself as organic as possible, you know. That's where a lot of people are going to end up at Catholic cemetery. Or if you don't believe in traditional burials, you're going to be cremated back to the land. Anyway, I'm going off on a tangent again. The topic is cannabis, and the last one of the year 2025. I'm really enjoying running still at 41, and cannabis, as we already know. I've been running, I don't know if you guys know, but I've been running long distance since 2009. I picked it up in 2009 and never stopped. Stopped briefly because of sports related injuries. Like one time I had a pulled groin and a pulled MCL right upon ice hockey. I had to stop it for a little bit during that time. I can't remember the year. I think the year was like 2016, circa 2015, 2016. But other than that, nothing has stopped me. Not even the California fires that brought poor air. Oh shit, I'm going the wrong way. Should we go through here? You say we're not going to go through here because of the wet. Okay, let's go. Let's be adventurous. Nah, you know what? I don't want to get wet. I almost forgot. The trail is wet. We have to go through over there. I don't want to slip, or it's dangerous, this road, this trail, because I forgot to tell you, but I suffered a foot injury about a month ago when I stepped on a gopher burrow. We have gophers here, and to create burrows, you know, holes, underground holes, and if you step on one of them, they can injure you. That's what happened to me. But I don't have much pain. I don't only have pain when I try to stretch the foot. It's weird. It's really weird.